Okay, well, hey, it's on. We're streaming. So we are in O'Brien, which is just south of Knox City. It's a little town on Route 6. We are kind of just chilling in position, waiting for the storm that's in front of us, way out there in the distance, to kind of move towards us, give it a little chance to mature. Um, there's radar scope. That's what it looks like on radar. There's really not much to it. It just blew up in about the last 20, 30 minutes or so. There's a cluster that's starting to form behind it that's also moving in this general direction. So there is a what's there a special weather statement? Oh, landspouts. Okay, well, so there's a landspout warning. Okay, didn't have that in the cards for today, but there is a severe thunderstorm watch in effect that covers basically from Odessa to Oklahoma City back to the Panhandle. Pretty big stretch of territory. The ongoing thought right now, at least my ongoing thought right now, is that we're going to have a couple clusters of storms form up, and the front's kind of draped right about here, I think, just going off my last observations. So we're going to have a couple clusters of storms that form along the front, and then hopefully as the day gets going, it's still pretty early, we get a couple isolated cells like this one that will carry a tornado threat with them. Um, Whether that actually happens is to be determined. Um, so we're just going to kind of hang out here for a little bit, let this storm mature. I figured I'd get the stream started, just get it started early. And we'll kind of see what this storm does. It's got very weak rotation throughout, but it is strengthening. It's also turning right a little bit, so it's kind of heading right towards us, just based on the shape of it. Again, there's that other little storm a little further back. It's, I think, putting down golf balls. It had an uptick in lightning in the last little bit, so we are just going to sit pretty because it's either going to come right towards us or we can cut out of Knox City from where we're at and catch up to it along um, 82 up here. And I'm not really sure what's going on in YouTube chat, but I think I found my first scammer for the day. Oh, okay. Just Spanish viewer. Hi, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Happy you're here. I no speak of the Spanish. It's not so much storm chasing right now as it is storm sitting, but um, that's what I got. We're kind of just waiting for something to happen. And I also don't feel super comfortable with getting baited and running all the way down to that storm just because it's going to move into a road hole. And I'll pull it back up on radar because I mean there's pretty much like you've got this main road here and then you've got this and there's no road network in between it. So if I went down and around and caught up, I'd just be driving in circles and I don't feel like doing that just yet. So we'll give it a little time, see what happens. It's starting to get some stuff forming off of its flank, and then I guess we can actually go look at. Let's go look at satellite. So we've got that one. Kind of look at the water vapor, and then we'll look at what the cloud tops look like. So we've got this cluster here. that's going to cluster up in Cold Pool. We have this cell here, and then there's a couple other towers that look like they may try to do something. Kind of right in here, maybe right in here. So we'll give it a little time and see what it does with that. Let's go look at where the front's at. So there's your cold front. So all this stuff's behind the front. And then we have this little cell that is right down here that's in front of the front. And that, again, prefrontals is what we're going to want to watch for. Those are going to be the storms that have the best chance to stay surface-based, not go elevated or instant linear, and actually may produce a tornado, which is what we're after today. So, that's what I got for right now. We're just going to kind of sit and let this storm develop. And I mean, even if it does, should still, yeah, I'm still on the radar. Even if it does die and gust out and it puts out an outflow boundary, something that else that grows behind it interacts with that boundary, we could have, you know, your enhanced corridor of tornado potential from the boundary interactions. So, I mean, this storm is, this is the storm that's southeast of Lubbock. It's got a nice couplet on it. Let me switch to the Lubbock radar real quick because it looks like trash from here. It's got a nice shape to it, but it's on the front. So it does run the risk of very quickly getting undercut by the front and then not doing anything. So that's why we're kind of hanging out here. Switch back over to the main feed for a minute. I'm going to go look at SPC. I'm going to go look at the mesoscale analysis and see what's going on. Change sector Rooney. I don't do this very often. I'm going to switch over to Chrome. There we go. That's what the mesoscale analysis page looks like for right now. I wish I had a way to draw on this that I did, but I don't. That's going to be your surface low. Kind of what we're watching is going to be... Ooh, that got sloppy real quick. Hang on. We're going to want to watch anything that's kind of on the east side of the low, and you can see... I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see the wind barbs. Here, we'll do that. Yeah, that works. You can kind of see the wind barbs. There's the low. There's how the wind's wrapping off the low. And this is kind of right about where we're at. That storm right there is right west of us. So we're right about here. We're in a pretty good spot for some shenanigans to occur later. We've got pretty good shear values all throughout this corridor from basically like Sweetwater, south of Lubbock to Wichita Falls. Those are what your surface obs look like. There's like nothing out here, but there's the front. And it has a little like pseudo worm front draped off of it. But the dew point spreads aren't terrible. 80 over 70, 80 over 70. A little further south, they're not as great. 81 over 63. If we go to kind of give you a better idea. There's Haskell, Knox City, that's where we're at. 76 over 66. That's Aspermont, 81 over 66. And then you can see on here where the front's at. And then just for shenanigans' sake, let's look at the STP. Significant hail, all of it, everything. And then one other thing we can look at is I just had an ADHD moment, forgot what I was going to go look at. Yeah, let's go look at what the models are showing. Shayla, I am south. I'm thinking about where I'm at. I'm southwest of Seymour. I'm in Knox City. The storm that I'm talking about at the moment, or was talking about a couple minutes ago, is just to the southwest of Knox City, kind of moving due north. Seymour's in the clear for the moment, but probably about the next hour or so, chances are going to increase. I never normally look at models the day of, but or I mean, I look at models the morning of, but I never look at models while I'm actively chasing. But figure we'll kill a little time. See what the her says is going to happen. All the way up to the 19Z. So there it has that storm right there. Not skip around it too much. So that's kind of what the models are thinking is going to happen. That cluster in the front is going to move further east. And I don't know what it's smoking when it thinks that that little storm right there north of Abilene is going to blow into that inside of an hour. But it's these little prefrontals and shenanigans south of Wichita Falls that we're going to kind of want to keep an eye on. And then it clusters up by 7. That's kind of just what the model is thinking for the foreseeable future. It's still in front of the front. Let's look a little in front of that. That kind of doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look great. Yes, ma'am, no problem. We'll switch back to the radar real quick. You can kind of see that first updraft and that first cell kind of died off, and then it's got some stuff growing on its flank, which is kind of what the thought of today was going to be, that there's going to be a couple attempts at initiation and storms are just going to cluster. So now we kind of sit and wait. Ew! Why are they here? Go away! Nobody wants you here. Get out of my state. I didn't say that on stream. I didn't say that out loud. Nobody told them that I said that. You don't know who I'm talking about. Just don't tell them that I said that. Oh, I suppose I should probably try and turn that stream on too. We're live on Severe Studios as well. Alrighty. This is, yeah, we're just storm waiting. Not storm chasing. That's what we're doing right now. Bust out the roof cam, I guess. That looks nice. I'm so happy that that's working out. Hen egg sized hail at 3:11 p.m. on the storm near Post. I don't know about you guys, but hen egg sized hail does not sound like a whole lot of fun in this sedan. And the 806 storm chasers on Facebook are reporting multiple tornadoes have touched down with that storm. So Alright. We are gonna... Oh, shit. I guess we're gonna head north. West. Let's do it. I'm gonna turn around and go back to Knox City. And then we'll go west towards Guthrie. That's the plan. What up? It is a combination of both. I like the adrenaline that comes from it. Getting to be up close and personal with Mother Nature is always exciting. It can get a little terrifying sometimes, though. Especially if you incidentally put yourself in a position you probably shouldn't be in. That's where it starts to get scary, but professionally, I'm a first responder, so I'm used to being in situations I shouldn't be in. You know, I think the worst part about live streaming, if I had to pick one thing that was the worst thing about live streaming, is that I can't listen to music because of all the copyright stuff. And I left my AirPods at home. So normally I'd, toss an AirPod in because it helps me focus and time travel a little bit. But what up, Jason? Good to see you last night. Hopefully tomorrow's a good chase too. I gotta get my hat from you at some point. Don't let me forget. Oh boy. Oh boy. Fucking morons. Hi, Laurie. Welcome. Thanks for watching. That's just south of the Red River, isn't it, Laurie? Yeah, it has the potential to be an active night for sure. Especially as this complex of storms moves through. Uh, I want to say the closer you get to 35, the lower the threat's going to be. And it seems like, as of right now, at least the greatest corridor is going to be um, basically on like a Midland to Wichita Falls gradient. Um, the models kind of showed a couple storms maybe making it out that way, but there wasn't a lot of. It didn't seem like there was a lot of confidence in it. Uh, for you and especially for the rest of the Metroplex, tomorrow is going to be the day to watch. It seems like there's going to be a pretty substantial hail and tornado threat for most of the Metroplex through the Red River Valley and then probably into southeast Oklahoma uh, late tomorrow afternoon and into tomorrow night. And then I'm in Knox City. I'm headed west on 222, headed towards this storm that's south, just north of Aspermont. Kind of instead of going south and then trying to come back north at it, I'm just going to kind of get out in front of it and wait for it to come to me. There are a couple other towers that are trying to blow up further south and east, so I want a good option that I can get back east on, just in case. The front is going to end up in the... Yes, ma'am, just have them keep an eye on the weather, make sure that they have a way to get warnings, they know what's coming. It'll probably be a little closer to 9 o'clock tonight that it becomes more of an issue for the Wichita Falls area. Switch over to the radar for a minute. That's the storm between Aspermont and Guthrie. It's moving due north. It's not moving very quick, probably only 25 or 30 miles an hour. Um, and then there's the complex a little out behind it as well. That's moving kind of with the front. It's moving east at about 30. I'm going to zoom out so you can see that a little bit. It's been packing some pretty big hail, up to hen egg sized. Um, kind of see what materializes out of that. I am kind of intrigued how this storm is starting to slow and turn a little bit. Unfortunately, there's not a very great road network out here, so I will have to get further west to go south, or the other option is to drop south and then come north back into it. But like I said a minute ago, I kind of feel like this is going to be the safer play. Switch to the roof camera and we can do a little 360 action. Probably show you better than the camera on the front of the car will. But that's looking in the general direction of the storm. I'm probably a little behind the 8 ball on this one, but like most things in my life, that's what I do best. Absolutely, yes, ma'am. Thanks for coming and watching the stream. Thank you for the support. It means a lot. I'm trying to get this thing going, so. Maybe time to lean into the gas pedal just a little bit, because this storm's starting to look funny. It's kind of trying to, it's almost like it's trying. Oh, okay, we're back. It was just the Brazos Valley. We dropped out for a second. I don't know if the stream completely died or not. It doesn't tell me. It just shows that it's trying to reconnect, so. How far am I from Iowa Park? Iowa Park. I'm probably about 2 hours, hour and a half southwest of there. And it looks like we are still live, so. That's the thing that freaks me out the most, is trying to deal with the internet issues on the fly. Oh, I was live. Oh, that was last night. Somebody's watching the stream from last night. That was live. Alrighty, thank you, Lori. I appreciate it. Oh, hey, severe thunderstorm warning now in effect for our thunderstorm. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, north-northeast at that. It kind of makes it fun, trying to live stream and navigate and storm chase and do all of the things by myself when I'm not feeling good. So I don't know how much of this I do or do not have. I'll fill the stream with a little jibber jabber for a little bit while we're relocating. I definitely do have some concern for the tornado threat tomorrow in the Metroplex. The ingredient space looks pretty good. The models are all depicting a couple of very stout supercells moving into the rush hour time frame tomorrow evening for DFW. Still, the internet's still in and out, so I don't know how much of this is not gonna make it to the World Wide Web, but oh, there we go. Now it's streaming. I need to get Starlink, man. Maybe we'll do that next week. I also really want to rewrite. Oops. I was going to do it this year. I'm going to save it for next year now. It's a next year project. I want to redo the way the streams go out to the internet. I want to take it and do. Because right now I use Restream, and it takes it from the laptop to Restream server to the 5 channels I stream to. I think the plan for next year is going to be to have it go from the house or from the laptop to the server at home, have the server at home send it out to Restream. So that way, if the stream drops out here, it'll just kick over with a signal loss message and it stays redundant. It probably wouldn't even be that hard to do. I may just have to look into doing that. Get her. Aww! That warms my heart! I'm not saying that there's like rivalries or, I mean, there's definitely some rivalries and stuff, but man, there are just some people in this hobby that I do not like for reasons that I'm not going to go into on stream. And that little burst of joy I had a minute ago, they passed me going in the other direction, then busted a U-turn, and now they're like hauling down my butt trying to keep up with me. And it's like, oh, I made the right decision. That's why you're a follower. I make a lot of stupid decisions, though, so don't do that on a consistent basis. Paducah? Why do you think I'm in Paducah? I'm not in Paducah. I guess I'm in unincorporated Paducah. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know. Jason, I don't want to push it too hard, though, because if it right splits, I don't want to end up behind it. I think my spotter dot should be showing. I'm trying to figure out why we're. I'm watching for a pull off now, looking for somewhere I can park because it's coming right to me. I will have to get out and wipe this off in a few minutes, but that's the area of interest on this storm. It's due almost directly south of me. No, we may be able to go into Guthrie and drop south and kind of just skirt the edge of the hail core. Like, um, radar is saying there's 3 3/4 inch hail on this. Might not be the smartest decision I could make. coming into Guthrie now. It's still splitting and turning right a little bit. I may actually like have to turn around and be a little more cognizant of where the hill floor is at. No volume. I don't know why. Can you hear me now? I think it's the stupid ambient noise cancellation on the Mac. I haven't figured out how to turn it off with OBS yet, but when the weather radio's going for a while, it turns the I'll turn the audio up a little bit. It cuts the volume. It cuts the mic feed off for some reason. How far south out of Guthrie do I have to go? 10 miles? Oh, do we dare to be stupid, chat? How bad is the core? Oh wow, look at all that. They've gotten a lot of rain out here. Clear left, clear right, we're going. There's kind of two choices here. We either core punch it and hook slice it, or we turn around and we wait for it to come to us. I'm like 6 one way, half dozen the other on what I want to do right now. Yeah, I'm cutting south right now out of Guthrie on 83. I don't know why it says I'm in Paducah. Let me see if I can refresh that. Yeah, I guess that must be where the cell tower's telling my stuff that I'm at, but it's had it's had one successful left split. It's trying another one right now. Do something, entertain me. I'm not a court jester, Jason. I can't just entertain you on command. I'm driving through a core. Is that not entertaining enough? I'll take this awesome moment before I lose data and end up in the hail to plug the weather store, and my partner is a Texas weather store, and Jason has a bunch of other neat chaser gimmicky stuff. So if you want some Storm Chaser merch, go check out the weather store. There you go. Is that entertaining? Does that count? That's me right there, for the record. So we're core punching. We're almost like we're doing pretty good. We're moving pretty quick. So it's got nice dusty inflow too. I don't know if you can see kind of the airflow. You can kind of see the smoke getting pulled into it from that truck up there. This is going to be a problem. I can't see around this truck. He's slowing down because of the rain. I'm going to need to be able to pass him at some point. Otherwise, we're going to get caught behind him, and then we're really going to be in trouble. A passing lane would be very convenient right about now. Thank you, my good sir. Oh, look at that, the base! Oh, it's beautiful! She's a beaut, Clark! Oh! Oh! Help! We're in danger! Oh! Oh, that's bad for the paint. Oh! We're in it now. Oh! Oh! Oh, that sounds expensive! Oh, wow, look at it! She's beautiful! Oh, Lord, that's gorgeous! Oh, it just needs to plant a fat hog, right? Oh, Lord, that's gorgeous! Wow! Look at it! Love-hate relationship. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, we're gonna get on one of these hills up here. That is it is just beautiful. Look at that.
Remember, a severe thunderstorm watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. The National Weather Service has issued a flash flood warning for central Garza County in northwestern Texas until 5:30 p.m. At 5 p.m., Doppler radar and train spotters indicated thunderstorms producing very heavy rain and around coast. Up to 1 inch of rain has fallen. Additional rain 2 inches are possible in the Florida area. Flash flooding is already occurring. Hazard: flash flooding caused by thunderstorms. Source: radar. Impact: flash flooding of small creeks and streams, urban areas, highways, streets, and underpasses, as well as other recreating and low-lying areas.
It is a beautiful storm. This is what it looks like on radar.
Interior roof.
Look at him. Look at him. I think this is Aaron behind me. Aaron, I'm trying to speed up. I promise. I'm even going to get over and let you pass me because you. It's kind of in a bad spot right now because we're going to have to drive back into the core to get away from it. And it's also starting to almost look a little outflow dominant. There's a non-zero chance we're about to drive into some very big fucking hail. Oh, oh, big hail, big hail. Oh, that's bad, that's bad. I'm gonna lose the windshield. Oh! Oh, shit! Oh! Well, we lost the windshield. Oh! Down! Damn it! Just happened. Oh! Go see what else we lost. We took some big stones. Those were at least ping pong balls, if not bigger. Damn. Yeah, I know. My spotter dot dropped. Hang on. Yeah, I need a new windshield. Yeah, probably baseballs. Yep. I was trying to get out of where I thought the core was going to be, got just a little too far north, and then it just started dumping baseballs on everybody. My car looks like a fucking golf ball with all the divots on. Yeah, this storm isn't done yet, but yeah, I just gotta kind of. There's no real good place to go from here because there's no roads. Like I'd have to go back through the core to catch up to it. So yeah, I have to go back up to Guthrie and then go around. Damn. I mean, I don't really care. I was expecting this to happen sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm gonna need a new pair of shorts too. Just about because I wasn't expecting it to be as violent as it was so quickly, and then it just like went from raindrops to baseballs. Yeah, you could call it that. All right, the core is east of the road now. I'm gonna give it another minute, then go turn around and try and catch up to it. damn. I hit the record button on the camera at the right moment too. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose the damn windshield. I better record this shit. All right. Jesus. Yeah. Somebody from NSSL reported 2-inch hail, right where and 2.75-inch hail per Aaron Rigsby, and I was behind Aaron. So, fucking hey, man. Like I said, better bring a bat because we're gonna be playing softball this week. Yeah. All right. Be safe. Yep. Bye. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, baseball-sized hail. Boink. Exploring the windshield. Bird. I got hit by a baseball-sized hailstone. I took baseballs driving into this storm. All right. Um. Were you watching the stream at all? I need a new windshield. The storm started lobbing baseballs out the outflow. No, I mean, it's still in one piece. It just webbed the center of the windshield. I can still drive. We'll keep you updated. Watch the stream. Love you. Can you hear me now? Yep. I'll drive safe. Love you. Bye. All right. We lost the windshield. We did not lose the chase. Where am I? I know I'm south of Guthrie, but where? In comparison to the storm. chase. Not giving up the chase. Yes, sir. RIP the windshield. 2023 to 2025. Moving over to it. All right, if you're not going to pass, I'm not going to. All right, we're going to sit here for a second and let more of this core pass the road in front of us. There's a lot of hail out there in the field. I don't know how well it's showing up on the camera.